Hello YouTube, Reseller Mom here. Welcome to today's video. I just noticed that I didn't film an intro to this video, so I'm kind of filming it at a later date, but the project is complete. And what I wanted to show you is my organization of all of my boxes at the new office. So I'm piecing that together right now, and this is the intro video. So I start off with kind of showing you the before, and then obviously the updates and the the finished product. It has now been probably a good week or two since I did this project, and it has helped so much. We've actually used some, I got everything organized, and there were some boxes that were, Mod Podge left over, or somebody had given to me for a good deal or whatnot. Anyhow, it has totally worked and was so worth taking the time to do. So let's dive right in, and I'll show you guys my box debacle. All right, enjoy. Here is some of the before. I have everything Mod Podge. There's a little bit of organization to it. That up there is USPS free boxes. Up there is the eBay boxes, and just showing you the before. So I know sometimes we struggle with like just the process of things, and for me it helps to kind of have a process and just trust the process and not think about it too much. So I'm currently taking my piles and just making piles of, like with like. Then I can then, see what I have on hand and get it sorted to the ones that I use the least on the left and the ones I use the most on the right, and get them organized. This is the box I'm talking about that I absolutely love. It's called box number 4776. Use it a lot during Q4. Flat rates are good and regionals are good. They all come in two different sizes, so that's a regional A, but one is more rectangular, one's more square. Same with medium flat rates. That'd probably be the next one that I use the most. And then things like these are always great to have on hand. This is a large flat rate. This is a, like for games, if you were going to sell Monopoly or something, it's a large flat rate for board games and stuff. I don't use them a whole lot, but they are handy to have on hand for Q4. I wanted to share this with you. We get a lot of questions on the boards every time I talk about them. UPS has free boxes. They have a medium, they have a small. These are the numbers, guys. 010195217. You have to call and order them. They will send you as many as you want. They're free. They're awesome. You can use them for FBA. You can use them for shipping. They're light. The small is 010195218. I also have them on my supply sheet, and now I took them out of the box so that I can encourage my staff to use them, and I can see how many I have. They were in a box, and people just, we just don't go and use them because the other ones are easy to use too, and they kind of get out of sight, out of mind. I'm a very visual person, so if I don't see it, I don't use it. So anyhow, I'm going to continue with the process, taking down and getting things sorted into piles, and then I'll get it all put together and show you. Got a quick update here. The top is still eBay, but I've gone through all of my boxes that I use on a regular basis and labeled them. Now, some of them I don't use on a regular basis, and what I did was I put a star, like this one right here, star, meaning I'm not going to replenish it at the end, so please use it up so that I have the shelf space, and we want to get to a few standard boxes that I use all the time. This is super helpful because I can clearly see that I need to order 866s, 854s, and what my stock is, and from a distance I can label or see what the sizes are without having to come over here and kind of go through things. Now, let's see, we'll go over here. I am just using this cheapo painter's tape. Pretty sure I either got it at Lowe's or the Dollar Tree, and just a black Sharpie. I love doing this because these labels, they stick to just about everything. They can easily be removed and repositioned as you're organizing. And then once you kind of settle in, you can go through and make a more permanent, nice, pretty label, but we are always shifting and, redoing according to what's on hand, what we're selling, what we need to have on hand. Now, the next part, last part, is to label my eBay boxes and go through all this junk up there. Oh my God. It's a little daunting, and I am trying to do up here, I will be putting boxes that I use the least in the hardest to reach spot, and boxes I use the most in the more prime real estate. For USPS flat rate boxes, or just boxes, USPS boxes, I would say I use the priority shipping, not the flat rate ones, the most, and the regionals the least. I don't know how I'm going to label them because I've done from top down, but I will figure something out. And I am complete. I used to get hung up really bad on projects like this, trying to overanalyze and have everything be absolutely perfect. And now I just I've got to do it about twice a year and realize that whatever I do, it's not going to be perfect. It just needs to be functional and help me get organized. It helps my mind at ease. It helps me feel more centered and like I know what I'm doing. Sometimes in this business, it's easy to feel lost and confused, but mission complete. I do know that a bunch of this is going to definitely change, and I now can see what I need to order. So let's start from the left here. And if you're wondering, these puzzles were a bad purchase, and now I'm trying to clear them on eBay. So anyhow, they needed a spot, but hopefully I could get rid of them quick. So up top here are my favorite 3 eBay small boxes, and the other eBay box that I absolutely love is the 16 by 12 by 8 that I can ship heavy goods to FBA in, but these are the ones that I use for shipping out actual eBay items. We've got an 864, does not fit in a priority flat rate, but still a good box to have on hand, a 644, and an 888, always good to have. So this one I've got quite a bit in the back. I do not need to order those. 6 by 6 by 6s. Holy smokes, do we use this a lot. This might change into a bigger area because we put a lot of mugs, glassware, pretty much anything that needs a lot of bubble wrap in a 6 by 6 by 6. I am trying, though, when I order stuff, and I know it needs a box, I'm trying to order boxes in conjunction so that I don't order stuff and then have it sit here waiting on boxes. 884s are another awesome box to have. They are good for a lot of different things. And then we already went over, I got my USPS, 2 boxes there. And I have some small flat rates. I hardly ever use small flat rates. I don't know what to do with my reusable bags. I keep forgetting them. We've been moving cars around and having a lot of issues, but I got to get them in a system. I need a system for the bags to get into the car and get reused because I just bought more bags last night. Good times. In the little back here, I've got a couple of very specific boxes that are used to ship out laptops. Every once in a while, we need to ship that type of computer equipment. My husband asked if we could keep a couple on hand. They're going in the corner for right now because I don't ever get to them, and yeah, they need to not take up so much real estate. All right, in this middle section are boxes. We tend to, put a box together or get a really good box, and then, I don't want to break it down because we'll probably use it this week. And, maybe we put this together and we need a bigger box. This was a 755. It's a good little box for something. Anyhow, so I'm going to let my staff know, pull from this area first if you can. Let's get them reused and out. Now on the tags, up here, I've got a large mailing box, and that's not a flat rate. It's just a large mailing box. Every once in a while it comes in handy. So I've got large, regional, flat rate, and then I put them kind of in order of a use, but I like having some on hand, but they aren't my most used boxes, so they're here. And I put little arrows on my thing so that it just helps with visual. Like I said, I'm a visual person, and then I've got down arrows here. The star means use it up first. Now, these 2 sections I need to figure out. This is a 12, 13, 15. It's a 1095 box for priority mailing. And then I've got these guys. And all of them are really close in dimensions, and I don't think I want to keep all 3 on hand. So hopefully we'll kind of look at that, see what we need, and I don't know. It wouldn't hurt to keep them on hand for Q4.
is oftentimes either the post runs out or you come across a really good deal and you all of a sudden you go from needing like nothing to 50 boxes. Shoe boxes. Oh, these are good. These are probably my most favorite next to the 776, which is a number 4. And this one's just called a shoebox. So if you're going to go order supplies, that's why I have the numbers on here. And I also have them in my spreadsheet. But this guy, shoebox, is a, what are we? 7/5/14, give or take. Oh, I wrote it down on here too. So that is really good for shipping out a lot of things during Q4. So I will be purchasing, and now I can. Like, I see what space I have, and I could clearly get probably 2 or 3 more packs of 25 and build that up. Now on this one, I have quite a bit. I've got about 3 cases of 25. So that's 75. I've got about 125 boxes here. I can easily see what I got. And that one I do use probably the most. So between the shoebox and the 776 during Q4, super good. Now let's talk about 12/12/6. I use 12/12/6, 12/9/6, and there's another one, 12/9/9. And I have a stack of 12/9/9s in the other room because we just use them that much. But those are probably my favorite for larger FBA items. I've got my what do you call it, thermal mailers right there because I just didn't have another spot to put them. But as things clear up, I will probably make a dedicated spot for thermal mailers. 12/10/8 are good too, especially during Q4 to have on hand. And then I've got this area cleaned up. So let's see here. You can see down below, I need to order 8/5/4s. I've got these little flat ones are good for tiny flat things such as chapsticks, lipsticks, makeups, pens, anything with that small. I don't like the flat laid boxes. I tried them out a couple of times and I suck at assembling them. I just suck at assembling them and they're irritating, and so I tend not to use them. So we stopped getting them. And let's see here. I need to order 8/66s. That was a box that was already put together, so I just put it on top there. I've got a few flat rate mailers. I'd use those if we're doing like collector cards or something, like a photograph. I hardly ever use them, but they now have a little spot. No label, but I think that's the only thing I didn't label. Everything else is good to go. Yeah, I had tried with the 4/4/4s because we do use a lot of 4/4/4s, and I much prefer just taping 2 ends than trying to assemble that stupid thing. And I think I need to talk about that just for a hair. You'll notice that I took off a lot of wrapping and everything's easy to get. Everything's easy, ready to grab. You have to learn, how do you organize in your head? Are you a visual person or do you like things more behind a curtain type of mentality? And what does your staff do? My staff is really amazing, but if they have to open up a plastic wrap, I don't think, yeah, like down here, a lot of my stuff came in that plastic shrink wrap with a band around it. And if they have to dig through and open, they're tending to just go with something quick and easy. They don't sit here and reorganize stuff. It's kind of like when you have children and you have fruits and vegetables. If you prepare everything and it's nice and easy, grab and go, labeled and in front of them, their face, they will eat all your fruits and vegetables. But if it's in a bag and it needs washing and cutting, yeah, it just sits there and rots. So, like I said, this is not perfect. There are definitely some things I want to change, but these labels are super easy to just redo, put back up, change up. I can have my staff go and order things. I can say, okay, I want you to go order, 2 cases of this, and they should be able to reorder that should they need to. I might put it on their list of things to do. And then I have my one starred to get rid of. That will free it up and get my boxes under a better management. Because, yeah, right now I got too many things. Like over here, this drives me nuts. I got a 644 and a 446. So one's tall and skinny and one's long and skinny. I don't need those 2 different boxes, right? I don't need to have that variety with how I'm operating. So if I can be more efficient with my box ordering, that would be great. Now, unfortunately with COVID, the reason we're in this mess is because COVID hit and like everybody ran out of boxes because everybody went to e-commerce in a heartbeat. And I wound up just buying whatever I could find in stock. And sometimes that happens. So, you know, like I said, you got to build a system that is flexible. And I'm so glad I had some time to just take the morning here. It's taken me the better part of a morning, I'd say less than 2 hours, but to go through, get everything nice and organized, labeled, and project complete. That also helps with mentality. If you're struggling with entrepreneurship and feeling like it's a never-ending battle and you never get anything accomplished and everything's just an ongoing run of suck, then having a little project like this that you can do and you realize it's not perfect and it's going to be changed, but it's functionable, you can then get that done, and that motivation really helps you with getting the next tasks done. Which my next tasks today is a ton of computer work. Somebody messaged me about a game that they want me not to sell. It's not an official IP complaint, but I got to follow up with that. I have documents to upload for my CPA, and we've got to get shipments out. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just giving a last little run around. And of course, not everybody has this amount of space. I have worked with things as big as that bookcase, and this is the largest space I've ever been able to have to organize stuff. My garage was like maybe half of this table area, so I had to be very, well, let's see here. I had this rack and like maybe a table in the garage. So, you know, you got to work with what you got and grow and shrink as needed. All right, guys, take care and have an amazing day.